Namandab, Tamandab, 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 Tamandab. Hi everyone, welcome to this episode of Buddhaphile TV on Tsukiji Hongwanji's English YouTube channel. Our channel aims to share about Jodo Shinshu and our temple Tsukiji Hongwanji. So let me introduce myself. I'm Clifton Dodatsuong, a staff member of Tsukiji Hongwanji and a Shin Buddhist priest. In this episode, I'll be introducing the interior of the temple's main worship hall, called the hondo in Japanese. Let's first have a look at the porch. Looking up, we can see a peculiar aspect of Tsukiji Hongwanji, which is the stained glass adorning the entrance. Normally, stained glasses are synonymous with Christian churches, but in Japan, it became fashionable to adorn buildings with stained glasses from the 1920s. Like the main roof introduced in the previous episode, the lotus, a sacred symbol in Buddhism, is depicted on the stained glass. The lotus is a beautiful flower, but its roots can only grow in muddy water. This symbolizes enlightenment, which arises from our human defilements of greed, hatred, and ignorance. Now, let's have a look at the main worship hall, which is the central part of the temple and where most services are held. If you've been to other Buddhist temples in Japan, especially those in Kyoto or Kamakura, you'll find that the ambience of this temple is very different. For instance, you can enter the hall wearing your shoes, and instead of kneeling on tatami mats, our temple hall has chairs where you can sit on. Reminds you more of a church than a Buddhist temple, doesn't it? Well, the reason for this was that one time the area around Tsukiji was a settlement area for foreigners. And when the temple was rebuilt in 1934, it was done so with the aim of having the temple open to anyone of any creed and any race, not just Japanese. Another interesting aspect of Tsukiji Hongwanji is the pipe organ behind us. Tsukiji Hongwanji is probably one of the few temples, not only in Japan, but also around the world, that has a pipe organ. This pipe organ was donated to the temple about 50 years ago by the Buddhaphile Kyokai, or the Society for Promotion of Buddhism, to promote the singing of Buddhist hymns. Normally, the image of Buddhism is that monks or priests like us chant very difficult sutras, or those that resemble a mantra. But in Shin Buddhism, we encourage everyone to chant together. And we not only chant, but we also sing Buddhist hymns as well. Today, we'll have a short presentation of how the pipe organ sounds like. The hymn that will be played is Ondoku-san, which is one of the Shin Buddhist hymns most commonly sung. Today's performer is Reverend Temporary Yu, our multi-talented cast of Buddhaphile TV. In the next few episodes of Buddhaphile TV, we'll introduce more of the interior of the hondo and some common Buddhist rituals. So give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. See you next time!